It's just after midnight, July 22nd, 1991, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. A man stumbles down North 25th Street, heart pounding, a handcuff dangling from his wrist. His name's Tracy Edwards, and he's just escaped hell. He flags down two cops, voice shaking, saying a guy in an apartment tried to kill him. The officers follow him to apartment 213, Oxford Apartments. They knock. A blonde, soft-spoken guy answers, Jeffrey Dahmer. He's calm, polite, says it's all a mix-up. But the air inside reeks of something foul, like death itself. The cops glance around, spot Polaroids of dismembered bodies, a human head in the fridge. This isn't a mix-up. It's a slaughterhouse. 17 men and boys, lured to their deaths over 13 years, their remains scattered in this apartment. If you're hooked on true crime like me, hit that subscribe button. Let's dive into the nightmare of Jeffrey Dahmer, the Milwaukee Cannibal. How did he get away with it so long? Who failed his victims? You ready to face the darkness? Picture Milwaukee in the late 70s and 80s. It's a gritty, blue-collar city, split by race and class. The gay bars hum with life, but the streets nearby are rough, forgotten. Oxford Apartments, a rundown complex on North 25th, is where Dahmer sets up shop in 1990. He's 18 when this starts, fresh out of high school in Bath Township, Ohio, living alone after his parents' bitter divorce. Jeffrey Dahmer looks harmless, blonde, boyish, shy, but inside, he's a ticking bomb. He's been drinking hard since his teens, collecting roadkill, dissolving animal bones in acid. Now, those urges turn human. His victims, 17 in all, are mostly young men of color, vulnerable, often from Milwaukee's margins. Stephen Hicks, Stephen Tuomi, James Dockstader, Anthony Sears, Raymond Smith, Edward Smith, Ernest Miller, David Thomas, Curtis Straughter, Errol Lindsay, Tony Hughes, Konarak Synthasimphone, Matt Turner, Jeremiah Weinberger, Oliver Lacey, Joseph Braidhoft, and Tracy Edwards, who got away. These guys had lives, sons, brothers, dreamers, lured by promises of cash, drinks, or company. Can you imagine it? Accepting a drink from a stranger and never walking out? June 18th, 1978, Bath Township, Ohio. Dahmer's 18, alone in his family's house. He spots Stephen Hicks, 18, a hitchhiker, and invites him over to drink. Hicks, carefree, says yes. Hours later, when Hicks tries to leave, Dahmer panics. A dumbbell cracks his skull, and Hicks is gone. Dahmer dismembers him, dissolves the flesh in acid, scatters the bones in the woods. That first kill lights a fuse. He's hooked, chasing a sick thrill. Fast forward to 1987, Milwaukee. After a stint in the Army and a short prison term for molesting a kid, Dahmer's back. He meets Stephen Tuomi, 24, at a gay bar, lures him to a hotel. Dahmer claims he blacked out and woke to Tuomi's body, beaten to death. He buys a suitcase, stuffs Tuomi inside, takes him home to dismember. The pattern's set: drug, kill, cut, keep. By 1989, James Dockstader, 14, and Anthony Sears, 26, are gone. Dahmer keeps Sears's skull, painted and polished like a trophy. Why? He says he wanted them with him forever. Twisted, right? The killings ramp up in 1990 to 1991, a gruesome spree. Raymond Smith, 32, Edward Smith, 27, Ernest Miller, 22, David Thomas, 22, all lured to apartment 213 with cash or drinks. Dahmer drugs them with spiked drinks, strangles them, takes Polaroids as he carves them up. He keeps skulls, eats flesh, stores parts in jars. Curtis Straughter, 17, Errol Lindsay, 19, Tony Hughes, 31, a deaf aspiring model, follow. Each death is colder, more methodical. Dahmer's experimenting now, drilling holes into skulls, pouring acid, trying to make zombies he can control. It's May 14th, 1991, when the case takes a gut-wrenching turn. Conorak's synthesom phone. Just 14 is lured to the apartment. Dahmer drugs him, drills his skull, but Conorak escapes, stumbling naked and bleeding onto the street. Two women see him, call 911. Cops arrive, but Dahmer's there, smooth as ever. "He's my boyfriend, just drunk," he lies. The cops buy it, walk Conorak back inside. Can you feel the rage? A kid, barely alive, sent back to a killer. Hours later, Conorak's dead. His body dismembered, his family shattered. The horror doesn't stop. Matt Turner, 20, Jeremiah Weinberger, 23, Oliver Lacey, 24, Joseph Braidhoft, 25. All meet the same fate in that apartment. Apartment 213 is a nightmare factory. A 57-gallon drum of acid holds dissolving bodies. Skulls sit on shelves. A severed head rests in the fridge. A pot on the stove simmers with human remains. Neighbors complain about a rotting smell, hear chainsaws buzzing at 3 a.m., but Dahmer's excuses, spoiled meat, a broken freezer, keep them at bay. How do you miss that? The stench of death seeping through the walls? Other survivors came close to stopping him earlier. Ronald Flowers, 1988, woke up drugged in Dahmer's place, escaped, but cops ignored his story. Somsak's synthesom phone, Conorak's brother, was molested by Dahmer in 1988, reported it. Yet Dahmer got just a year in jail. The system failed them, over and over. July 22, 1991, is the breaking point. Tracy Edwards, 32, is lured for drinks. Dahmer pulls a knife, tries to cuff him. Edwards fights, runs, finds cops. They enter 213 and the House of Horrors is exposed. Polaroids, skulls, that unbearable smell. Dahmer's done. The investigation is a gut punch. Dahmer confesses to 17 murders, describing each one like he's reading a script. No emotion, no regret. He admits to drugging, dismembering, eating his victims to keep them with him. He drilled skulls, poured acid, chased his twisted fantasy of control. Milwaukee police face a firestorm. They missed him for years. Neighbors reported smells since 1990, but no one dug deeper. Dahmer's 1988 arrest for molesting Somsak's synthesom phone led to a slap on the wrist. The Conorak fiasco is worse. Those two cops, suspended but never charged, left a city furious. Why? Many victims were black, Hispanic, or gay from Milwaukee's roughest streets. Did bias blind the police? The black and Asian communities marched, demanding justice. The trial in 1992 is chaos. Dahmer pleads guilty but insane, detailing his crimes: cannibalism, necrophilia, zombie experiments. The jury rejects insanity, hands him 15 life sentences, 957 years. In 1994, an inmate kills him in prison, closing his chapter. But the pain lingers, raw and unhealed. This case changed Milwaukee forever. It exposed ugly truths, racial bias, police failures, a system that overlooked the vulnerable. 17 lives: Stephen Hicks, Stephen Tuomi, James Doxtator, Anthony Sears, Raymond Smith, Edward Smith, Ernest Miller, David Thomas, Curtis Straughter, Errol Lindsay, Tony Hughes, Conorak synthesom phone, Matt Turner, Jeremiah Weinberger, Oliver Lacey, Joseph Braidhoft, and Tracy Edwards, who survived, deserve to be remembered. The police reformed after paying closer attention to missing persons, especially from marginalized groups. But for the families, it's not enough. As of July 2025, the case still sparks debate. The 2022 Netflix series Dahmer brought it back, but families like Tony Hughes and Connorax slammed it for not asking permission, turning their pain into entertainment. Posts on X, like from at True Crime Talk, question the ethics of true crime media. Are we learning from these stories, or just profiting off them? Got theories on how true crime should be told? Should we keep digging, or let the victims rest? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's keep their stories alive with respect. Stay safe out there because monsters hide in plain sight.